Okay, we've got to talk more about the drone incursions over the UK and elsewhere. And of course, I say drones in quotation marks. So get in here. This is Jack with Cosmic Road. I talk about UFOs and the paranormal. Please hit like and subscribe and let me know what you guys think in the comments below. So yeah, all right, so just an overview. Mystery drones swarmed a U.S. military base for 17 days. The Pentagon is stumped, so yeah, not just the U.K. Obviously, this has been going on in the U.S. for some time. But there we got drones spotted over military bases in the U.K. that are used by the U.S. Unidentified drones spotted over U.S. bases in the U.K. They don't appear to belong to hobbyists. Drone sightings over U.S. bases prompt British troop deployment. Okay, they're catching us up on what has been going down. But guess what? If this new video is accurate, it's not just in the UK, in the U.S., and it's not Russian drones. This video is supposedly taken on November 24th in Russia, showing very similar activity. You can see these UFOs, these objects moving through the sky. They don't appear to be planes or helicopters. Of course, who knows? This could end up being debunked. But this is shared on think tank who says this is taken on November 24th in Russia. And they appear to be anomalous objects that are appearing publicly in the skies with their lights flashing or their lights, on, not cloaked or anything. In Moscow, no less, right around the same time the objects are appearing in the UK. And of course, we've been having, now a history of these objects over Langley Air Force Base and other military installations in the U.S. Then, of course, we have a long-standing history of them, buzzing or being, surveilling or whatever they're doing with U.S. war fleets and, nuclear silos and all sorts of stuff. So it definitely fits a pattern, but, it seems to be ramping up in a very public way. But yeah, so if this is real and they're in Moscow too, and they're, revealing themselves publicly in Moscow, then it doesn't appear to be Russian drones. But, let me know what you guys think. Obviously, we're still in the fog of war on all of this, so details are definitely subject to change. Chris Sharp says drone activity usually occurs between 5 p.m. and 10 p.m., from my understanding. Tonight, fighter jets switched lights off. Locals can hear the engines, but they can also hear the sound of rotor drones without lights. So, yeah, are there actual drones? Because this is not the first time we've heard that people are actually hearing rotors and seeing, quadcopters and, actual drones. So is it a mix of anomalous activity and drones? Or is the drone thing disinformation to put out there to disguise the anomalous activity? I don't know, guys. But Chris Sharp says the Ministry of Defense is trying to kill the story, and previously he's reported that they are refusing to comment on this activity. However, meanwhile, there are local residents around the base who tell Chris they are worried. They know the bases are on high alert and can see the heightened police presence. Would they be on high alert for spy drones? I don't know. Would they be sending jets out to attack spy drones? And also, what are the jets doing? Because they're not evidently shooting anything down. And do you send jets out against drones? I don't know. Maybe you do. You military guys, let me know if you normally send jets out against drones. And also, if they're not shooting at these things, why are they sending jets out at all? Joe the Gooner, who lives just a few minutes away from RAF Marham, sent me a video of an anomalous object in the area. He says military helicopter keeping tabs on an orb looking thing on Tuesday night. I saw this orb whilst hanging out my bedroom window on Wednesday night. Sorry I couldn't get a better video, but I really did try. As you can see, I'm 3 minutes away from RAF Marham. The helicopter had disappeared And okay, well, we'll just look at the video and then we'll read his response to my question. But yeah, that's the area we're looking at in Marham, where one of these bases is, where the activity is, or the drone activity is. And this is what he was saying. He says there was a helicopter in the vicinity an anomalous object, and I am unclear if that's the helicopter or the anomalous object. Maybe that's the anomalous object up there, right there. I'm not quite sure, and I'm actually seeing two objects here. I'm not quite sure what we're looking at there. So, Joe, if you're in the audience, maybe you can clue us in on exactly what we're looking at. But he says, yeah, I ask, is the military helicopter the bright light, or is that the orb? Joe says the helicopter had disappeared by then. The orb sat very stationary, and then it would suddenly disappear, then reappear in the same spot. Yeah, I don't know if drones do that. The planes seem to keep their distance, but there is a video from Lakenheath where it suddenly shoots off at real speed. Yeah, and I've seen that. I'm hesitant to show that because some people seem to think that that has been debunked as a drone that was close to the camera, giving it the illusion of moving very fast away from that object. But, I don't know. Yeah, here's that footage. Let me know if you think this is anomalous or if this is a drone that is simply closer to the camera. But apparently there is a fighter jet. And then you can see the...
Shit.
Yeah, you can see the object moving away from that fighter jet at speed. Now, some say that is just simply a drone that's close to the camera that's giving the illusion of moving away from the fighter jet, which is right there, and that the fighter jet is actually much higher and further away, and this drone is closer to the camera, making it look like it's, really moving, fast away from the fighter jet. So, yeah, I don't know if this has been debunked or not. Let me know what you think. On the 28th, Chris Sharp posted this, Lakenheath update. I've seen chatter online that F-15s are circling again. I've asked one source on the ground who has confirmed this is the case. An RAF aircraft also appears to be circling near RAF Sculthorpe in Norfolk. Merrick von Rindenkamp says the 14th of November agreement regarding the forward deployment of U.S. nuclear weapons in the UK seemingly narrows the possible culprits for the mass UAP sightings to Russia or non-human intelligence. And here is what he has, what he posts. United States and United Kingdom bring amendment to Mutual Defense Agreement into force. November 14th. The RAF Lakenheath plans progress to bring U.S. nuclear weapons to Suffolk. Are U.S. nuclear weapons set to return to RAF Lakenheath? Yeah, so they are returning, and could that have stimulated this drone activity? But again, if that jet had caught that thing, what would it do? Apparently, they're not able to shoot them down unless they're overtly hostile. Now in the U.S., Kirsten Gillibrand is trying to change that. As Matt Laszlo reports, Senator Kirsten Gillibrand tells me she's dropping a bill to allow the Pentagon to shoot UAPs or drones down over military bases on U.S. soil, like Virginia's Langley Air Force Base. What do you make of that? He asked Senator Warner. And Warner says to have this many overflights without the ability to take down anything seems crazy. It does seem crazy. Why are we allowing this to happen? And, is this anomalous or is this not anomalous? And what's up with the Washington, D.C. UFOs? Or whatever they are. Somebody, posted and said that this had been debunked, and these were planes coming in for a landing. But the way it appears to me, the way they are maneuvering and then just appearing in the sky doesn't seem plane-like to me. And you can see how this one is moving off from these more stationary looking objects here. Now maybe that's just the angle that they are at coming into the airport, and they're not actually stationary. And this one seems to be moving off a little ways. But that one that just appears in the sky is really interesting. And yeah, so I don't think this has been debunked. Now, if this was legit, I would expect there to be multiple angles of it and multiple people taking videos of this thing. And to date, I have only seen this one video. There's one picture that someone did a pretty good job of debunking, saying it was lens flares. But then you have these objects here which look a lot like the objects in the pictures. And I don't think this has been debunked. Now, if you've seen a good debunking of this, if this turns out to be planes or something, absolutely, post a link to that debunking because I would like to see it. But this is super intriguing. And then you have that another object that could be a plane. But yeah, you have this intriguing incident that happened over Washington, D.C. Whether it's legit or not, I don't know. But if it is legit, and you also have this possible sighting in Moscow. Meanwhile, you're having multiple sightings in the UK, and obviously coming off a series of similar incidents in the US. Very interesting stuff. Is something heating up toward some point, some culmination, some grand reveal, or is this just a bunch of Russian drones, and we're overinflating this? But locals who have been seeing this stuff in the UK don't seem to think it's drones. So yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And if you've enjoyed this video, please give me a big thumbs up. I sure would appreciate it. Smash the like button and the subscribe button and the bell to be notified of future videos. You don't want to miss a thing. Join me in social media. There's Facebook and Twitter links below. Love to see you guys there. If you want to support Cosmic Road in a bigger way, consider grabbing a coffee mug or a t-shirt in the merch store below, or by becoming a channel member. Channel members are rock stars, and I really appreciate you guys' support. Thank you. Meanwhile, there's plenty of other videos on this channel, and I'll see you guys next time. This is Jack with Cosmic Road, signing out.